Hey y'all, it's your girl Tasha, aka Mama Gem, aka Gem the Butterfly. Hi. And this is your air sign weekly reading for the week of May the 29th, going into the first week of June. Um, I already got your cards out, guys. Let's just get into it. Thank you for joining me again. I truly appreciate you guys. All the lovely comments that I received. I missed you guys too. All right, guys. So let's see. The chariot fell out for you for this week. And let me just go over your cards. So for the general energy, you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So here are you. Here's you showing up in your reading. Beginning of the week, you have the Six of Swords in reverse. Middle of the week, the Emperor in reverse, and the end of the week, the Fool in reverse. So those cards, in addition to this extra little special message that popped out for you, the Chariot, I feel like for one with this chariot there's a determination here to do something, to handle something. This is a very action card for me. A lot of people see this as a moving card, and I do see it in a moving as a move, not a physical move per se, but it's because you have so many swords cards here. I would be apt to say that it's a move in a way of thinking. I feel like some of you are really trying your best to handle a situation. It feels like it's a do-over. Maybe you've had a what people call a Freudian slip in the recent past, maybe last week or the week before. It feels like there's a chance to go back to get to rectify a certain situation. Now, what I will say to you is with this Queen of Swords in reverse and the Fool in reverse, it makes me feel as if there's a feeling of cynicism here, feeling as if something is not going to work. It also gives me the feeling like you're beating your head against a brick wall. That if you've been, let me just say this to you: if you have been trying to handle a situation, especially that involves you communicating with another individual or communicating with your inner self, and you find yourself not really getting anywhere with this person or with yourself or within a situation, it is time now for you to change up what you're thinking, change how you're thinking, change your approach. All right. I feel like for some of you too, the issue may be that you're just being a little bit too. I feel like some of you are just overthinking the process. Okay. With the Emperor in reverse, I feel like it's telling you to kind of not be so rigid in your approach. Now, what I also feel for you too, and this is a general reading for my air signs, sun, moon, and rising, is that some of you may be maybe you're in the middle of a court case. Because sometimes when I see the Emperor, you may be dealing with a judge or some type of mediator at this point in time. Some of you may be going back and forth with a father figure, but I'm feeling more legal issues. So if you've been going back and forth with a particular legal issue, this may be the week that you're scheduled to go back into court and you're not feeling all that optimistic about it. I feel like that's why the Chariot is coming out to say, hey, especially if this is involving you having to present evidence to solidify your case. You want to get in there and have everything correct. You want to have everything right. All your I's dotted, all your T's crossed. Okay. You're going to definitely, this is a week that I feel like you need to pay attention to detail, but also even more importantly is to keep your vibrations high. Keep your focus on winning or succeeding or achieving whatever goal that it is that you have set forth for this week, whatever it is, because I just keep feeling like there's a state of mental unrest here. That's what you're starting at, which is how you're starting at the beginning of the week, and I feel like it's like anticipatory anxiety or apprehension as to how this week is going to unfold. If it's not about a court case, it's just, I feel like some of you have something big that you're trying to handle this week, and you're just not very, you don't feel very confident in your abilities, either in your abilities to carry this thing out or in someone else's abilities to carry something out. Just like I said, try your very best to remain positive within this situation. This also is a week too that I feel like, be careful with the anxiety level could be a little higher, on the higher range for you guys this week right here. So I feel like that you may be dealing with some feelings of frustration. Um, if you are, watch your tongue in speaking to people, because I feel like you may have the tendency to say something that you don't necessarily mean out of frustration. Be careful about outbursts. Be careful about outlashes. Um, to other people or vice versa, other people to you. Be aware of that this week. It just feels like all the stakes are high this week, okay? And it's very important by the middle of the week for you to just try to take yourself out of the situation a little bit and not try to control every aspect of it. It's especially the mental part about it, because I feel like you're spinning your wheels. I just want to get a couple of more cards for clarifiers, guys. Yeah, this could even be there's the anxiety card here. Um, and the Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, for some of you, this could even involve a family situation, because with the Six of Swords here and the Ten of Cups, I feel like this is, again, is if it's not a family thing, it's like you having to go back to rectify something to get a happiness back, either with you, with inside of yourself, or with dealing with someone else. Whatever this thing is, it's like tearing you apart. Mentally, okay? I feel like outside people may not notice it, but it's tearing you apart. Again, you have the anxiety card. I feel like, and that goes perfectly along with what I said with the Emperor card here in reverse. You may find out what you've been worrying about this whole time was really nothing that you needed to worry about. So, guys, just be cool, be willing to take an alternate route, either literally or figuratively, with the Fool here in the reverse and the Hierophant here in reverse. Be willing to think outside the box right now, especially when it comes to trying to problem solve a situation, especially if you're dealing with other people. Um, be willing to compromise is also what I'm hearing, and to think outside of the box in trying to create a resolution within yourself or with someone else. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys next week. Love you. Bye.